talk a little bit about sizing, or you just, it's safe to just size by weight?
I did. I got a cheat sheet for you here, laminated. Perfect. Here's the skis, and here's the sizing that they go to. That's all you need. Yeah. I left you 2 of them, and they're laminated. I left you a bunch of paper copies too. So, skis used to, since you brought that up, skis used to size, Fisher used to size especially by height and by weight. Well, the ski has no idea how tall you are. Simple as that. Same thing in alpine ski. The ski has no idea. It only knows what forces you're driving on, what weight's on it. And that's the bare simplest of it. Anytime I get somebody that used to come in my store and they go, oh, I used to size them. Well, yeah, you used to size them like that, but now they size by weight. And weight is totally what it takes to get that camber down to the ground on the kick. Simple as that. And weight is also what it takes to have that camber lift you off the snow in the glide zone. So those are the 2 things there, because you can overweight a ski, that even when you're in that unweighted zone, when this ski's unweighted, you still have quite a bit of weight on there that camber's not lifting you off the snow. At 200 pounds, that's what you weigh, 200? If you were to take, like in this ski, the shortest ski, even in your unweighted, you'd never get it off the snow. It'd feel like a stick, and you'd
drag it along.
Right, you'd be shuffling along. So.
On the 201 after all this trouble.
But those little cheat sheets I made you today are really good. Keep those laminate cards around here. You might even want to put a card on and hang it right here so it's really easy.
What if you're a really heavy guy who just started out? Would you still put him in the red beginner?
Red beginner in the tallest size.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
And I always like to explain to them those 2 differences. I call this a stepping stone ski.
Right.
I always like to say to them, hey, this ski, if you're only going to go out 3 or 4 days a year and you just want to drag yourself through a park and you're not interested in really getting a bunch of glide, this is a great ski. If you're more interested in comfort and control, this is a great ski. If you're more of a beginner intermediate ski, you have cross-country skied before, you've done some rentals before, and you're interested in having your own pair that has some performance, it's got a little bit of kick to it, has a little bit of glide, but they're still price conscious, put them in the summer crowd. Simple as that. Does that make it pretty simple? Yeah. Okay, Country Crown. What's the difference between it? Now you're starting to get into a performance level Fisher ski. This is one of the best skis that they do build. If it wasn't for the fact that it's a little bit more expensive, it'd probably be the #1 selling ski in their line, but it isn't. Summit Crown is. Country Crown is a wider footprint, has the premium base on it, has the premium core on it, and it's specifically designed for cutting your own trail. It'd be perfect for going out right now. Heading out to a park, golf course, wherever, cutting your own trail, where no trails are. It's not that great of a ski in a track. It's a great ski out of a track. It has the most torsional stability, so it stops all that tip deflection. It is the best ski on the wall here for getting kick out of it because it has a double diamond base. It's called a premium crown. This base here. Oh, it's that. You can put a little sticker on it now. It says premium crown. This has the other one on it. This says premium crown too. Anyways, this is the better base. It is a better base than this. It's a step-up base from that. This one also has a hardened edge on it. And the purpose for the hardened edge was because when you're cutting your own trail, you also need at some times to get a little bit of climbing ability out of the ski. So this is the first time where you're going to have some uphill and downhill because you're cutting your own trail. You're going out to parks and stuff, and now you got some adverse terrain going on. Where a guy that's like in this ski or this ski, they're going to probably primarily stay as flat as they can in that type of terrain. They'll be on a flat golf course. This, you're starting getting at the point where you will be doing a little herringbone climbing, or you will be doing a little bit of downhill slide gliding in it, and you need a little bit of edge control. And that's what this ski has in it. And how do they do that? The outside layers of the wood in this is a denser wood than the other ones. Because this is an outside, a little bit denser wood, it gives it a little bit more edge control.
Does that double diamond cut on the bottom also help with slipping out side to side?
Yeah, it does. The biggest reason that they put it on that ski in the beginning was that when you're cutting your own trail, there's different temperatures of snows that you go through. You've probably experienced this before. Sometimes if you're in 3 inches of untracked snow, sometimes you're in 2 feet of untracked snow. Well, the temperature is different in those snows, and you need to have different gripping power in those. So they put their premier base on top of that. So
You can put metal sides in this one. I read something about people that are backcountry. I had someone that really wanted backcountry skis, and he asked me about putting metal
they make
down the sides.
no, they make a version of this that does have metal edges on it.
Okay. What does that do?
That's truly for backcountry skiing. That gives you the ability to downhill on the ski, to actually load the ski up like it's a regular down. Because if you're truly getting into that terrain, that guy might take those up on a lift at a ski area when they have a metal edge on it. But
those are just like a flat metal edge?
It's a regular laid in, just like an alpine ski,
yeah.
but it's wider than this ski.
Okay.
Quite a bit wider, about 1/4 of an inch wider.
So if somebody's wanting that, that's not, they need the specific ski for that.
Right.
Okay.
Fisher makes they probably make 50 different models of skis. I mean, that's how big a line that line is. But that starts getting more involved with telemark. Then at that point, you're talking about different boots. So the only thing that I would disagree with on the whole lineup here, and I'll talk about boots in a second here, is this ski usually gets the next step up in boot above those 2 boots. Those 2 boots are exactly the same boot. The only difference is that this one has, the more expensive one has a thermo-fit liner in it. But otherwise the boots are pretty much identical. Same sole, same torsional stability, same waterproofing. They both insulate boots. Usually on this Country Crown we like to put a backcountry binding, which is a little bit wider binding.
I've got my carbon lights in there. It's got a lot more structure to it if you want to show.
You
got a lot more ankle support.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a skate boot in there, right? Yeah. And that's a good idea actually. Yeah, this is a pretty serious boot though. This is a skate boot. Now, a backcountry boot. A backcountry boot doesn't have all this stuff on top. And the reason all this is here, right here, is because a skater is always pushing off on the sides and he needs as much stability as he can. A backcountry boot is like getting a hiking boot with a cross-country sole on it. It gives you a little bit more waterproofness, it gives you more stability, and it's got a wider binding on it, and the binding stays off the side a little bit, so it allows you to stay more stable, because it's more of a stable platform. This is totally for skating, or combi skiing, but for a guy like, if you have those, you're going to skate most of the time. That's what you're doing with that. You're finding an in-tracked area and going.